Before I get into today's very exciting lecture, I just want to take a moment to thank all of my supporters and everyone for supporting my YouTube channel. My channel truly will not be where it's at today without all of my supporters. So with that being said, let's get on down to today's lecture, which is I am on the trajectory path, and I'm so excited. I'm on a trajectory path in the process of getting ready to live an extreme minimalistic life. The audience is where September of 2023, I fully retired. So next month will make 2 full years I've been in full retirement. And, although I've been living a minimalist lifestyle for several years now, since I've been retired, I'm just getting ready now to get my camper that I'm going to purchase and put it on my land. I had a half acre of my land cleared and the foundation laid, and bottom line, by the close of this year, I will be 100% living in my camper on my land, removed from this matrix. And when I do that, when I make that positive move, that is going to have a direct impact on my ongoing minimalistic living. The area where I'm going to be living at is a population of a little over 4,000 people in that city. It's in the country, but in the particular city that I'm going to be setting up my camper where I own my land, the population is a little over 4,000. I have done a lot of logistics behind the scenes since May of this year, all the way up until now, to just get everything ready. I'm so excited, just to see the development of that, the land being cleared, the foundation being laid, everything. And not only that, I know, in terms of the value of living minimalism, living in terms of, cutting loose my description of minimalism, number one, and I've been living this way for years before I retired, but you're cutting loose of a lot of unnecessary worldly possessions, such as the big house and the cars and all of the gadgets and the glitz and the glamour. I got rid of all of that years before I retired, years before I sold my big home, and I'm just so excited, because what that does is when you begin to cut loose a lot of unnecessary worldly possessions, it frees up space in your mind, it frees up space in your car, it frees up space in your home, everywhere. And it just frees you up, where now you got more time to pray, to meditate. You're not bogged down with all these gadgets and worldly possessions. I had an opportunity to travel abroad in 2023, to Cairo, Egypt. I had an opportunity to travel abroad in Rome, Italy in 2024. And by the latter part of this year, I'll be in Paris. And it's just a powerful thing when you're not worried about all these worldly possessions, lugging a lot of luggage and this and that. You can navigate through those airports like that. I have one backpack on me when I'm traveling this world, on these guided tours. That's power. But the key thing is it requires a shift in your mindset. I'm just so excited to get ready to connect with God, to connect with nature, by setting up my camper on my land that I own. It's just a powerful thing. To be removed from the matrix, people, real talk. And this just, the area where I own my land, where I'm going to set up my camper. I've been going out there every month since May for over a week. Each time I go to handle all of the logistics, the business, to get those contractors out there to clear that land and lay that foundation, get all of the paperwork done. And it's power to see the development of that problem to realization. Real talk. Like I said, this here, by me doing this, is going to even have more of an impact for me to continue to be able to reinvest 100% of my retirement income. I've been fully retired now. Next month, I make 2 years. And by the grace and glory of God, because I entered retirement with zero debt, I am continue to remain debt free. I'm able to continue to reinvest my retirement income, reinvest 100% of all of my retirement income since I've been fully retired. September of next month, I make 2 years into another retirement account. And that's power, people. And that ties also into minimalism living, when you are intentional with your money, you're wise with your money, you're strategic with your money in everything that you do. And trust me, I have created no debt in getting ready to enter my extreme minimalistic living. You know, the land that I own that land. I just pay my little property tax at the end of the year. The camper is paid for. Everything is paid for in cash, people. And that's the power of entering retirement or becoming debt free at any age. But if you're headed towards retirement, I tell anyone, make sure you are entering retirement with no debt, no mortgage, no car note, no credit cards, no school loans, no personal loans, no medical bills, no debt in any shape, form, or fashion. In 10 years before I retired, I sat my behind down and wrote down a strategic plan on many of the steps that I had to take to be debt-free prior to retiring. And when I retired September of 2023, I met my debt-free lifestyle years before I retired. But I fully retired from state government September 2023, and I have maintained my debt-free lifestyle all the way up until August of 2025. That's power, people. And once I have been able to maintain that debt-free lifestyle, what all that did was it gave me a whole lot of disposable income to be able to travel this world debt-free, to go to Cairo, Egypt, to go to Rome, to go to Italy, and getting ready once I get everything set up in December in terms of my camper on my land. The second thing I'm gonna do is call my travel agent to book my next guided tour to Paris. I have already renewed my passport. So I got my new passport. Passports are good for 10 years. So I've already did everything I needed to do this year to renew my passport prior to taking my next guided tour. So, you know, like I said, anyone who embraces a minimalistic lifestyle, also what minimalistic lifestyle also means is taking care of your spiritual health, your physical health, your financial health. Everything is in sync. Eating right, exercising, keeping all of your appointments, and most importantly is one of the key descriptions of minimalism living is I do not, and I don't care who it is, in the or anywhere, I do not entertain negative energy, negative people. People who really do embrace minimalism living embraces positivity. They're going to protect their energy. And that's one of the reasons why I'm so excited in terms of getting ready to go live on my land with my camper, to embrace nature, to continue to embrace God, my meditation, you know, purposeful, living a very intentional, purposeful life, escaping from this matrix so I can continue on with my journey of traveling this world, connecting with God, connecting with nature. You know, the area where I'm going to be living at, the city, the population rural is only a little over 4,000 people. That's mind-blowing. And all of this space in connecting with nature and God and removed from this matrix, I'm not going to miss it. You know, and by me living minimalism for the past several years, but now by me moving to this area on my land, away from the rural, away from the matrix, with a population of 4,000, a little over 4,000 people, setting up my camper on my land. I'm just so 100% ready. It's going to be unreal. And once that process has occurred, I literally already don't have any debt right now. You know, all the bills I have in this world right now is less than $800 a month. But once I remove myself from the matrix world, I fully be out of this matrix December of 2025. When that occurs, all of the bills I will have in this world will be less than $500 a month. Real talk. Can't get no cheaper than that. Hear what I'm telling you. All of the bills I will have in the world once I eject myself from this matrix will be less than $500 a month. So that's going to continue to position me to reinvest 100% of all of my retirement pensions. I get a couple of retirement checks for the rest of my life. My military pension, my state retirement, and then when I get old enough to get Social Security, that'll be just more money. And I also continue to make money under my company, utilizing my credentials. But bottom line, once I eject myself from this matrix and go live on my land in the country, and the city has a population of less than 4,000 people, less than 4,000 people, that is when I will really be able to reap all of the benefits of living this minimalistic, extreme minimalistic life. And I will be able to connect with God, to go on my nature walks on my land, enjoy life, and continue on the trajectory path to go see all of the 7 wonders of the world debt-free. That is what life is all about. That is what minimalism is all about, is enjoying life experience as you go on your travels, enjoying your spirituality in meditation with zero worries, not engaging negativity, all of those things, paying attention to your spiritual health, your mental health, your physical health, and to protect your energy. And you don't care about what other people think in any shape, form, or fashion. Your life is very purposeful, intentional, and you're guided by the Spirit. And that is what life is all about. That's why I'm just so excited. I'm just a few months away from being 100% literally removed from this matrix. And I'm also very excited in terms of the trajectory path that God is going to take my channel, because I'm guided by the Spirit. And any topic I do is guided by the Spirit. But I'm really so excited in terms of the trajectory path where God is going to take my YouTube channel. But most importantly, I'm so excited in terms of the trajectory path, in terms of where God is leading me. So again, the focus of this lecture is on the trajectory path of getting ready to live my extreme minimalistic life on my land, in my camper, in a city with a population a little over 4,000 people. So that's all I have. Simple fidelity, and I'm going to leave you in the care of your own conscience. Have a great day.